Walker Evans, an American photographer, is most famous for his work during the Great Depression. Born in 1903, Evans was in his early 30s when Fortune magazine hired him and James A.G. to capture life in rural Alabama. Although the magazine chose not to run the original story, the duo eventually published their experiences in the book Let Us Now Praise Famous Men. The book followed three tenant farming families and captured the brutal poverty of the 1930s. Evans' black and white photo stood alone, untitled at the beginning. This photo of a kitchen corner shows the harsh and bare homes these families rented. Evans takes advantage of the vertical and horizontal lines of the house to create a three-point perspective. The old chair, worn wood panels, and simple tablecloths are artifacts representing the hopelessness of the Great Depression. Here Evans photographs the Woods family. Their pose and Evans' use of frontal lighting and no-point perspective captures the Woods in their most honest and frank form. The viewer of these photos are forced to look at poverty in the eyes and cannot shy away from the harsh reality. In September of 1938, the Museum of Modern Art opened American Photographs, a retrospective of Walker Evans' photography from the past decade. This was the first time the museum focused on the work of one sole photographer. The collection captures American desires, despairs, and traditions through portraits of everyday people and photos of American social institutions, like fast food shops and rural churches. It was also around this time that Evans began secretly snapping photos of New York City subway commuters. With a hidden 35mm Contax camera strapped to his chest, Evans was able to photograph passengers of all ages and social classes at a close range. This photo, titled Three Women, One with Child on Lap, was taken in May of 1940. The familiar scene of four travelers captures life at multiple stages. Unaware they are being watched, this photo has a range of unguarded moods and expressions. The child's wide-eyed curiosity contrasts against the solemn silence of the older woman. 89 photographs were eventually published in the book Many Are Called. It allowed its viewers to peer into the private lives of the people around them, listen in on their conversations, and examine travelers deep in thought. Talking about his decision to photograph subway riders, Walker said, "Even more than in lone bedrooms where there are mirrors, people's faces are naked repose down in the subway." He showed the desperation of Southern tenant farmers. His solo collection for the MoMA describes a single moment in time, preserving American culture forever. His decision to photograph unsuspecting subway riders captures human life in a way that is relatable across all borders. Walker Evans will always be respected as one of the most influential artists of the 20th century. Walker Evans' descriptive and ethically evaluated photography narrated American life during turbulent times. His work focused on ordinary people and scenes, but commented on the larger effects of the Great Depression.